Hi, everybody. Hi. Hi, everyone. It's Travis and Teresa, the hosts of Schmanners on MaximumFun.org, home of artist-owned, listener-supported podcast that you can support right now by going to MaximumFun.org/join. And I've set up there in the corner, there in the corner, we have a little view of the actual, counter. The ticker. And let's say, what would we could hit 700 with 10,700 by the end of this stream? That seems reasonable.
16, yeah.
That seems reasonable. 84.
All across the thing.
All across the thing. New, upgrading, and boosting members. What happened to the purple? Currently, I am going a little blondie, a little platinum, just trying it out. I thought I could lean a little bit more into being an anime villain? Question mark? I don't know. We'll see. Eventually, I'm going to get it cut shorter so that it stands straight up and keep it platinum. Oh, boy. Is that going to be a look and a half, my friends?
That's going to be very boy band, which I support.
Boy band? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it. So, what we have here, this, folks, is Sex Tips for Husband and Wives from 1894, as written by Ruth Smythers. Now, here's the thing.
Maybe not.
It's not real. We're about 99. Okay.
Let me tell you. So, what I was able to find is that there is a reprint of an article from the Minnesota Institute that includes a lot of this. I mean, because, like, this is a tiny book that has, like, a sentence on each page, right? So, it's an article that was published in 1894. But it was probably satire.
It was satire at the time too, yeah.
Probably satire. And it probably is not, like, real. So it was printed, but it probably, this person doesn't really exist, and it's probably not real. It's probably satire.
The truth is, and there's a great episode of Stephen Fry's Victorian Secrets. I believe it is episode 3 of that. It's on Audible. It's wonderful. Check it out. But they talk a lot about the view of sex in Victorian England was not, like, prudish the way that we think it is, right? People dressed very conservatively, for sure, but there were all kinds of books about, like, sex and sex tips and stuff that were very open. Something very interesting is, at the time, they believed that a woman got pregnant during orgasm, and so most of those sex tips and sex books were about female pleasure, which was not always been the case.
So there are a couple of what do you call them?
Anachronisms
in the book, where they have, like, they've said sexual intercourse. They probably would have said conjugation.
Not like the verb, but more like conjugal visit.
Like a conjugal visit. And the other one probably has to do with there's a section where it talks about turning the lights off. And at this time, yes, there was electric light. But a lot of these things in our, in colloquialisms, like, they hang out for a while. So they probably would have said, put the light out, as a kind of like a throwback to the gas lamps, instead of turn the light off.
Still, though, the book is funny.
Yes.
So we're going to read it. Let's see here. Okay. Instruction and advice for the young bride on the conduct and procedure of the intimate and personal relationships of the marriage state for the greater spiritual sanctity of this blessed sacrament and the glory of God.
So that is the entire title.
Yeah. By Ruth Smythers, beloved wife of the Reverend L.D. Smythers, pastor of the Arcadian Methodist Church of the Eastern Regional Conference, published in the year of our Lord, 1894, Spiritual Guidance Press, New York City.
Are you going to read the whole thing in that voice?
I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying it.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not really
Okay.
enjoying it.
No, it's fair. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, by the way. It's Teresa's birthday. So for...
Oh, you just told the internet it's my birthday.
I told the internet it was your birthday this morning. I tweeted about it.
Oh.
Yeah, the internet. Why? Hey, wait, side note. Why don't you want the internet to know it's your birthday?
I don't know.
Maybe Baskin Robbins will send you like a coupon for a free scoop.
Free scoop.
To the sensitive young woman who has had the benefits of proper upbringing, the wedding day is, ironically, both the happiest and most terrifying day of her life. Was that true for you?
No. Mm-mm.
Just the most terrifying?
No. Again, I feel like this is very, I reading this book before researching it.
Yeah.
I felt like, oh, what was that?
You just unplugged one of the lights.
I did not.
You did too. You stepped on it.
Well,
That's okay. Hey, it's okay. There's still plenty of light. We're fine.
is that it?
Yeah, but I'm not going to turn it back on. We're fine.
Okay. Really kind of like, I don't know. What am I trying to say?
It felt
the concept of virginity, like this whole, like the ideal, like, I don't know.
It implies that the
Give
reason...
me a little bit of heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. No, it's ooky for sure. On the positive side, there is the wedding itself, in which the bride is the central attraction in a beautiful and inspiring ceremony. Beg to differ. I think no matter what gender you are, you can be the centerpiece of any wedding. Everyone can be beautiful. Symbolizing her triumph in securing a male to provide for all her needs for the rest of her life.
Okay, now this is a reflection of the time period because women didn't have jobs and
Yes.
basically you were at the mercy of whoever you married to take care of you.
Yeah, so I think that the reason satire works so well in any form is when it like hangs stuff on things that are true and then like just subtly like twists it 10% further. You know what I mean? That's why The Onion works, right?
Right.
Because there's stuff that The Onion says in an article that you're like, oh, too real. Okay. On the negative side, there is the wedding night, during which the bride must pay the pipers, so to speak, by facing for the first time the terrible experience of sex. That is not how the Victorians felt about sex. At this point, dear reader, let me concede one shocking truth. Some young women actually anticipate the wedding night ordeal with curiosity and pleasure. Beware such an attitude. That got you?
That got me.
Okay.
Beware.
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 A selfish and sensual husband can easily take advantage of such a bride. One cardinal rule of marriage should never be forgotten. Give little, give seldom, and above all, give grudgingly. Now, so in researching this, I found a bunch of articles that were seemed very legit articles talking about Victorian, like, thoughts on sex, and, like, quoted this, like, book.
Oh.
Well, like, and that was the like one of the things that they quoted a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Give little, give seldom, and above all, give grudgingly. And that is not just.
Oh, I see in the chat that yes, women of the upper middle class didn't have jobs. You are correct.
Correct.
You are. I want to shout out to that person.
Otherwise, what could have been a proper marriage could become an orgy of sexual lust. How many people thought that here on a Monday afternoon-ish stream they would hear me using the phrase orgy of sexual lust? Did anybody have that on their bingo card for MaxFunDrive? Speaking of MaxFunDrive, head to MaximumFun.org/join. Support the art and artists you love. You can boost your membership this year, or you can upgrade your membership to the next reward level, or become a new member and support shows like Schmanners. Okay. On the other hand, the bride's terror need not be extreme. While sex is at best revolting and at worst rather painful, It has to be endured. I think the thing that I like about this book so far is that it just keeps saying, like, don't worry, yes, it's bad, but you have to deal with it. There's not a lot of, like, silver linings in here. And has been by women since the beginning of time, and is compensated for by the monogamous home and by the children produced through it. I assume that this is also another piece of satire, right?
More satire, more heteronormity, more, just the idea that you should do your wifely duty.
And I mean, listen, even in 1894, they knew that having sex with someone was not a guarantee that that person would not cheat on you.
Exactly.
That is, in 1894, husbands were cheating left and right. It is useless, in most cases, for the bride to prevail upon the groom to forego the sexual initiation, while the ideal husband would be one who would approach his bride only at her request and only for the purpose of begetting offspring. Such nobility and unselfishness cannot be expected from the average man. Now, there is a little bit of consent in there that I do enjoy, just a whiff of consent in there, but the idea of, like, the only time that one might engage is in order to beget offspring. No. Most men, if not denied, would demand sex almost every day. The wise bride will permit a maximum of 2 brief sexual experiences weekly during the first months of marriage.
Oh boy. That one partner would demand sex every day. I mean, they don't have any kids yet.
Yeah. Too busy. And too sleepy, frankly.
Too sleepy.
The number of times that we've hit 8 p.m. and I want to go to bed before BB does.
Oh, yeah, totally.
As time goes by, she should make every effort to reduce this frequency. Feigned illness, sleepiness, and headaches are amongst the wife's best friend in this matter. Do you think that this, like, is where that idea came from, or is this making fun of the idea of I have a headache?
Oh, I think it definitely is making fun of the idea, right? I mean, because if we know anything from movies and TV, that's...
But you think before... Well, I mean, I guess it depends on when this came out, right? But I want to show the illustration for this one, because I really enjoy that. Oh, I mustn't!
Not to say that if you have a headache and you don't want to...
It's legit.
It's legit. I mean, if you don't have a headache and you don't want to...
Right, that's legit too. Arguments, nagging, scolding, and bickering also prove very effective if used in the late evening, about an hour before the husband would normally commence his seduction.
Oh, I see. So head him off at the pass. Make sure you get him good and mad at you.
It's about seduction o'clock. Time to pick a fight. Yeah. Clever wives are ever on the alert for new and better methods of denying and discouraging the amorous overtures of the husband. Once again, just great. I left the oven on. It's great. I love the illustrations. A good wife should expect to have reduced sexual contacts to once a week by the end of the first year of marriage and to once a month by the end of the 5th year of marriage. It's nice to have these benchmarks to follow.
Right, yeah, goals.
By their 10th anniversary, many wives have managed to complete their childbearing and have achieved the ultimate goal of terminating all sexual contacts with the husband, the end goal of any good relationship. By this time, she can depend upon his love for the children and social pressures to hold the husband in the home. Once again, cannot stress enough, satire. This is not real. But look at that. We're nearing, where are we at now? We're about 40, only 40 shy of hitting that 700. Maybe we'll make it to 750.
And thanks for everyone who, if you cannot donate at this time, or sorry, if you can't
join
support at this time, go ahead and tweet. Use your Twitter followers and get the word out.
And there's also we're doing this thing where you can gift a membership. So if you go to MaxFunDrive.org/join and click on gift, there are lots of people out there who would love to become MaxFun members, but they're not able to, usually for financial reasons. And so you can help them out by donating a $60 membership. And that will give them a membership for a year so they can get access to all the bonus content, be a member of the MaxFun family, all that stuff. MaxFunDrive.org/join. Then you click on gift. Just as she should be ever alert to keep the quantity of sex as low as possible, the wise bride will pay equal attention to limiting the kind and degree of sexual contacts. Sexual contacts makes it sound kind of like a Rolodex.
It does, doesn't it?
Let me check my sexual contacts. Okay.
Oh, my Rolodex is getting full.
Most men are by nature rather perverted, and if given half a chance would engage in quite a variety of the most revolting practices.
Well, variety is the spice of life.
These practices include, among others, performing the normal acts in abnormal positions, mouthing the female body. I was not expecting this book to go there. I'm getting uncomfortable now.
Oh, okay. Well, don't read anything you're not comfortable with, but you...
I think it's the phrasing of this lesson.
I had to assume that you had read the text before.
No, I don't do homework. I never have and I never will. And offering...
Never truer words spoken.
And offering their own vile bodies to be mouthed in return. Oh boy. Troubling concepts. Nudity, talking about sex, reading stories about sex, viewing photographs, and drawing, depicting, or suggesting sex are the obnoxious habits the male is likely to acquire if permitted.
Sounds like a fun time.
They talk. There's a lot of talk about pornography in that Victorian Secrets episode. It's very good. A wise bride will make it the goal never to allow her husband to see her unclothed body, and never allow him to display his unclothed body to her. Sounds sweaty, if nothing else.
Yeah, right?
It's hot. They didn't have air conditioning. Sex, when it cannot be prevented, should be practiced only in total darkness.
Oh, sounds romantic.
I don't know.
Where are you?
Sounds clumsy, is what it is. Sounds like a good way to twist an ankle. Or worse. Many... Body. This is getting body. This is... Schmanners is not normally... this body, folks. Okay. Many women have found it useful to have thick cotton nightgowns for themselves and pajamas for their husband. These should be donned in separate rooms. They need not be removed during the sex act. Thus, a minimum of flesh is exposed. Oh boy. Once the bride has donned her gown and turned off all the lights, she should lie quietly upon the bed and await her groom. When he comes groping into the room, she should make no sound to guide him in her direction, lest he take this as a sign of encouragement. Oh boy.
So you have to find me first.
Oh boy. It could almost be a fun game. She should let him grope in the...
You know what? That could be a fun game.
That could be a fun game for some. As long as there's no like stuff on the ground to trip over. It would be a fun game.
Completely empty room.
Okay.
Except the bed.
She should let him grope in the dark. There is always the hope that he will stumble and incur some slight injury, which she can use as an excuse to deny him sexual access.
Okay, so
why not just put a riddle forward and then
to make this game really interesting, you need to litter the bedroom with toys.
Yeah, put some Legos, jacks, that kind of thing. A hoop and stick, the odd rubber duck. Okay, when he finds her. Gotcha.
No, somebody wrote that it's like a treasure hunt.
It's like a treasure. Sure. When he finds her, the wife should lie as still as possible. Bodily motion on her part could be interpreted as sexual excitement by the optimistic husband. Ooh. Okay. Oh boy. If he attempts to kiss her on the lips, she should turn her head slightly so that the kiss falls harmlessly on her cheek instead. Oh boy. Cannot stress enough. Satire, not real. Okay. If he attempts to kiss her hand, she should make a fist. That seems a step too far. Oh, is that what you think? You're like, I give you a kiss.
Oh, I like the kisses.
Okay, too weird. If he lifts her gown and attempts to kiss her anyplace else, she should quickly pull the gown back in place, spring from the bed, and announce that nature calls her to the toilet. Oh boy. This will generally dampen his desire to kiss her in the forbidden territory.
Unless he's really into that. Maybe.
Oh boy. Okay. We're going places. Whew! Okay. If the husband attempts to seduce her with lascivious talk, the wise wife will suddenly remember some trivial non-sexual question to ask him. Did we put the trash out? I can't remember. Did we put the trash? What does that have to do with anything? Oh, boy. Once he answers, she should keep the conversation going, no matter how frivolous it may seem at the time. Listen, I'm saying that this is satire, but this might be a fun game to play just for like one night. Just like, I'm going to get you. I'm going to win you. Okay. Eventually, the husband will learn that if he insists on having sexual contact, he must get on with it without amorous embellishment. Okay?
Fun for everybody.
Yeah. The wise wife will allow him to pull the gown up no farther than the waist, and only permit him to open the front of his pajamas to thus make a connection. It makes it sound like a shuttle docking to a space station. Oh boy. Once again. Okay, here we go.
Somebody wrote, feels like I'm at a weird dinner party.
It does feel like a weird
too.
dinner party. Yes. Oh. I'm getting uncomfortable by this time. I'm starting to get lightheaded. Okay.
Do you want me to read?
I think that might make me more uncomfortable. At least this, I can look at the book and not... I feel like we're reading this in front of our children, is what it feels like.
We are not reading this in front of
I know, but it feels like our audience is our children a little bit, because we don't normally speak in challenging ideas on Schmanners.
I suppose.
But this also feels like I'm having a weird Birds and the Bees talk about stuff that's not true.
Right, yeah. Today's opposite day.
It does feel like opposite day. Okay. She will be absolutely silent or babble about her housework while he is huffing and puffing away. The images, above all, she will lie perfectly still and never under any circumstances grunt or groan while the act is in progress. This makes it feel like it is from the 50s, right? That this is a satire about okay.
Yeah.
And it just keeps more challenging. As soon as the husband has completed the act, the wife's wife will start nagging him about various minor tasks she wishes him to perform on the morrow. Sort of like a Pavlovian thing. Many men obtain a major portion of their sexual satisfaction from the peaceful exhaustion immediately after the act is over. They just want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Go to sleep. Thus, the wife must ensure that there is no peace in this period for him to enjoy. Otherwise, he might be encouraged to soon try for more. One heartening factor for which the wife can be grateful is the fact that the husband's home, school, church, and social environment have been working together all through his life to instill in him a deep sense of guilt in regard to his sexual feelings, so that he comes to the marriage couch apologetically and filled with shame, already half cowed and subdued. Good news, ladies. The combination of this and the image, I'll show you the image in a second. I'll show you an image in a second. The wise wife seizes upon this advantage and relentlessly pursues her goal, first to limit, later to annihilate completely her husband's desire for sexual expression. And then the image there, it's a nutcracker. It's a nutcracker there, folks. It's a nutcracker. Okay, we're getting near the end here. Where are we at? 20 shy of 700. Oh, that apparently is the end.
That's all you need.
Just...
Right?
Oh boy, say. Oh boy, say. That was an ordeal.
Do you need to take a nap or a stiff drink?
No, I feel like I need absolution. I need a stiff drink might help. A stiff drink. Hey, everybody. MaxFunDrive.org/donate. I do kind of feel lightheaded. I think I was so focused on the book. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Oh boy. I might start crying, but the only way you can save my heart is by going to MaximumFun.org/join and support the art and artists you love. Oh boy. The thing is so the only thing during this period that they were uptight about was masturbation. That is true.
During the Victorian era.
Yeah. But that was a lot of that was for like medical reasons. So if you've ever heard about like the Battle Creek Sanitarium, mm-hmm. which is the Kellogg's one where cornflakes come from, that a lot of that was about ways to curb that as a desire and stuff. But as far as like marital bed stuff, they were wild about it. That's the thing. I mean,
they understood where children came from.
Right.
And so, I mean, maybe okay. Let me couch that, because there once it happened once, you understood
Right.
where children came from. Not to say that a lot of people, women specifically, were prepared for this.
Right.
Sort of
I mean,
thing.
the thing about this, right, is like there was a lot of repression at the time, but it wasn't 100% repression. And like that is why, like, I think so many people were excited to get married.
Yeah.
Just like now that repression's gone.
Free pass.
Right. Like we can call it creating children, and there's no guilt here. This is fine. This is great.
Right.
So check it. First things first, don't believe everything you read about what people say went on in history, because I found a ton of, in trying to find out if this was legit or not, there were a lot of people quoting it for articles and for like actual like texts and saying like, see, here's an example. But from everyone we can find, it's not. This is complete satire and an absolute joke.
Yeah.
And so don't believe everything you read. And two, just have fun with it. I think that's what this book really teaches. Just have fun with it. Oh, we're so close. 14.
Do what you want with who you love.
As long as you're consenting, have fun with it. Now I do feel a little bit like parents giving the birds and the bees, like, hey, ignore, but you know what? As long as you're responsible, have fun with it. I'm proud of you.
I am proud of you guys.
I am proud.
We're up to 686, so I am proud of you. We are proud of you, children.
Somebody needs something meaningless and hopeful. Yeah, I will say, world, it's a nice, bright, sunny day outside. BB and Dot are having a great day.
Mm-hmm. Dot is having a very nice nap. She's enjoying that.
Yes. BB drew some wonderful pictures for Teresa for her birthday.
And for Mother's Day.
This
was a wham bam thank you ma'am kind of week. So I had my friend's birthday on the 5th, and we had a joint birthday party. And then yesterday was Mother's Day. Got to have some, a nice little breakfast my fam made for me. And see my family because thank you, science, for vaccinations.
I made a cheesecake.
You did. It was delicious.
Yeah.
And then today, I have birthday all day.
Birthday all
long.
day. Has anyone made the Travis the Sexpert joke? I don't know if you all saw my Sexpert degree. The Sexpert degree of Travis McElroy. I got that from Totally Real University. And so, like, it's legit. Now you guys have seen it. So totally legit. I should be sitting backwards on a chair for all this great advice. We should, hey, you know what's really cool? Abstinence. No, it's not. It doesn't work. But yeah, it's, I will say, so in all seriousness, Maximum Fun.
Hi, Lily.
Hi, Lily Bell. MaximumFun.org is a wonderful place to be. And the thing, I am so happy to be a part of the Max Fun family. And during this time, it's really easy, especially over the last 15 months. The job that we do is oftentimes like sitting in front of a microphone, talking into a computer screen. And it can be really hard to remember like that we're making this for people and that there are people out there who depend on the thing that we make, and it makes them happy and enjoy the thing that we make. And so doing MaxFunDrive is, I hope, really wonderful for you all, but it's also really wonderful for us because it's a nice reminder that the thing that we make matters to people.
Totally.
And it's really easy for us to forget that. And it's also seeing how many people have donated memberships for other people who can't afford it. Also warms my heart just knowing that it's like so important that they make sure other people are included, that they are willing to give their own money. That means a lot to me. Do you want to pick up Buttercup? Because people like to see dogs.
Oh, we are 5 away from our tiny string goal. And you guys did such a great job.
Here's Buttercup. Oh, look at that old grizzled lady. She's 9 years old. Wears it well.
No,
10?
she's older than that.
10, you think?
No, okay, so
we got her in 2013. And she was
Yeah.
a year and a half when we got her.
Yeah.
Still like 9.5, 10 years old. Somewhere in there. We'll have to cut her in half and cut the rings. Hey, oh my God, your dog breath is so palpable, Buttercup.
Well, they were playing outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so, we're 5 away from 10,700. Please, 5 people need to become members. So
reading some comments while you were talking about joining.
Uh-huh.
And they're asking about Bacon.
Oh yeah, no, we'll bring as soon as there's a new season, we're back. The problem with people have asked if we would go back and do like past episodes, and I think we can maybe do like one season in an episode, because the problem is we've watched all of them so many times. I don't know that we could objectively talk about each episode.
Yeah, because they're our friends now.
Yeah, right. I don't think we'd be able to say like, I don't know about this person, because we'd instantly be like, no, I love them.
There wouldn't be much speculation as to the winner.
Right. We wouldn't be able to do a lot of what we do when we're watching it kind of as it's playing out. Now, I thought about doing it for The Circle, but I think The Circle gives you palpable anxiety.
Yeah, I've tried so hard.
I love it conceptually. Like, yes, I watch it. I like it, but it's just not for Teresa. What do you think, Buttercup? Not for you either?
What do you smell?
Probably a coffee stain on my desk or something.
Oh.
When did Travis change his hair? Oh, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, just trying something new. Rahul sees it, but that's the thing is we can't talk about, I mean, like I said, maybe we can do like one-off episodes to talk about whole seasons in one episode. We might be able to do that. I'd be down with that. We might. Well, we're one away. 10,699. Yeah, I'm totally a sexpert. See the degrees right there on my wall. Mm-hmm. From Totally Real University, TRU. Good TRU. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us. I think we're going to hit that one while we do the wrap-up. If you haven't yet, go to MaxFunDrive.org/join. Check out all the different reward levels there. They start as low as $5. Oh, we love Taskmaster. Love Taskmaster. James A. Caster is my favorite one who's ever been on there. So hard to say. But go to MaximumFun.org/join. Check out the different levels. $5 for over 200 hours of bonus content. The deal cannot be beat. We hit that 10,700. Next stop, 11,000, and then 12,000, and pretty soon we'll be at our goal of 28,000. So make sure you go check that out. MaximumFun.org/join. Have a great day, and thank you so much for joining us. There's more streams coming, by the way. Justin and Sydney are going to do a live stream watching, I believe, Fast and the Furious 8. Pretty soon. We've got coming up, Griffin is going to do a live stream, I believe, on Friday, talking about the rule set he's been doing for the new season of Adventure Zone. I think tomorrow morning I'll probably do a live stream playing, like, I don't know, Animal Crossing or something. But we will see you all later. You go, oh, puppy kisses. Thank you. We will see you all later, and have a great